Hi everyone, I just wanted to introduce myself. My name is Tatiana Dennis and I am a national color educator and independent stylist in Tualatin, Oregon. I specialize in hair color and special occasion bridal hair. And this is my video application for the salon manager position at the Tualatin Ulta location. Thank you.
Hello, I'm here with my guest Kim, and she has graciously agreed to come in and be my model for this. So we're going to start off our visit by having her switch out her beautiful face mask for this nice temporary one which was provided for her so that we don't get any color or chemicals on her reusable one. And it has a little metal bar on the top. If you want to pinch that, it helps it fit better.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. So with any service, our first step is going to be our consultation. Now, Kim has been coming to me for years. So although I know what I can expect with her hair, which is a great benefit, a lot of times I watch stylists skip over the important step of doing a consultation, even if it's just a short one, because the guest is a regular. And studies have shown that the number one reason the guest leaves a stylist is because they wanted a change and their stylist didn't give them one. The number two reason is that they didn't want to change and their stylist gave them one.
Yeah.
So either way, consultation helps. So I am going to talk to Kim about what she is expecting with her hair today. So what are you feeling about your hair, Kim? Is there anything that you would like to change about your hair?
I would think I'd like to take some of it off and go more with the lob. It's been growing for a while, and I think it'd be I'd like it to look a little thicker.
Okay.
And so I thought, and I'd like to keep my bangs kind of the curtain longer bangs on the side, but yeah, just something a little different for a change.
Okay. How about color-wise?
I like my color actually. I'm pretty happy with it. I just touching up my grays, of course. And
yeah, those non-pigmented hairs.
I know, the challenged ones. And yeah.
Okay, and we have our highlights in here from before.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still a good color, or did you want to refresh or change the color or tone of them at all?
I kind of like the tone right now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So lob. When you're saying lob, what kind of length are you thinking about? Do you have any photos?
I do. You want to see a picture?
Yeah.
This will explain it a little bit.
This is the photo she showed me. A beautiful lob, similar color as yours too. So that's great because we know that you are looking at colors that are similar to yours. A lot of times you'll get brunettes coming in and they love a haircut, but it's on a blonde.
Right.
And then we go do it and it doesn't look like that because they were attracted to the color, not necessarily the cut.
Okay.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right, so today we're going to be using the Color XG from Paul Mitchell, 4NN. And I always like to use my scale. I measure in grams because grams are more exact than using ounces. And I've done it for so long that the scale is like stuck on grams. So my average color retouch, I mix up 30 grams of color. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio of color to developer. So 30 grams of color, 30 grams of 20 volume cream developer. With the Color XG, we can only use the cream developer. So we're going to mix that in. Our 30 grams. And then I'm going to bring in my whisk and whisk that all together. That ensures that we get proper mixing. We don't end up with any clumps in our color. I got my gloves on. I have my guest sectioned into 4 quadrants, and then her bangs, which are not part of any of the quadrants. I have my color all mixed up on my clean tray that just has a towel just for her. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Her most resistant area is where she has the most non-pigmented hair, right here around her face. So I want to make sure that that has a full amount of time to process and really saturate those non-pigmented hairs. We don't say gray, right, Kim? Because
Right.
that's a 4-letter word.
That's right. We don't like those.
So I have color just on the tip of my brush. It's nice and clean saturation. Thoroughly saturate just the regrowth area. So I like to go around and outline my section. Let me turn you. Okay. In sections so that I can get nice thorough saturation. Because of her hair density, which is on the medium side, but she has finer textured hair, I can take about 1/4-inch sections and still get really thorough saturation. Alright, so now I'm going to take the bangs and even smaller sections and paint those going back away from the face as well to keep her face clear of staining. Thoroughly saturated these little tiny baby hairs. I'm going to make sure that I have a little extra product, really stick those into it so they don't pop out as an extra assurance to make sure that those tiny hairs, especially right here and at the kind of points where we have those super fine baby hairs, I'll take a perm end paper and I just kind of boop and stick it right there. And that helps make sure that the hair gets kind of pushed down into that wet color and is thoroughly saturated throughout the entire processing time. We'll pull that forward. We'll move over to the other side and continue through the rest of the head that way. So the lob picture that we were looking at is slightly shorter in the back than it is in the front. It's not super dramatic, but because that is the shape we're going for in the overall shape of our cut, that is the shape that I'm going to start my sectioning out with. Clip. So you can see that I have my sections going in at a diagonal, creating a nice triangular shape that's going to be shorter in the back, longer in the front. So if you wouldn't mind, could you grab your phone for me again and show me just a refresher to make sure we're all on the same page still, lengthwise.
I can do that.
And I'm still following the shape that I'm going up with my haircut, with my sectioning. So looks like this hair is going to fall back here, so we want to cut it at natural fall. It's going to fall this direction. We want to make sure that it's not going to be longer than the rest of it. And then as we get to this side, I'm going to ask my guest if she can turn her head slightly towards me. Perfect. And what that did is take her shoulder out of the way. So now I don't have that bump of her shoulder messing with my line. I just have her ear, which, you know, we can't do anything about.
Sorry.
Alright, so we're going to start our blowout with My Amazing Blow Dry Quick Spray, which is a shake and spray. It helps repair the hair. It's a lightweight leave-in conditioner spray that helps reduce blow dry time and helps protect against heat damage, so thermal damage. And then to give her some more hold, volume, and manageability, we're going to use the Palmito Agua Puya Hydro Cream Whip, which is a super creamy mousse that you can see isn't just full of air. It's super creamy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to apply this to my hands, almost like I'm going to apply it in a lotion. That way the first place that I touch doesn't get all of the product. It just gets more evenly distributed. And I'm going to comb through the hair. Turn. Doesn't that smell amazing?
I was going to say that smells really good.
So I'm going to comb through the hair, evenly distributing it.
I never thought of doing that on my hands, all over my hands.
Right?
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Alright, So we're going to start with this top section because we're looking to build body, and this is the part of their hair that the guest sees. So if you start in the far back, then all your guest sees for the first 10 minutes that you're working is a wet hair in the front. Plus, no one wants to just let their bangs dry naturally and see what happens.
No, this is true.
So we're going to take our round brush, and I'm going to take my Cricut Fast Flow brush, and I'm going to do a rough blow dry. This is going to make sure that most of the moisture is out of the hair, because really a round brush is more of a finishing tool. It's going to be something that I add the shine with and the shape that I'm looking for in the end, but the Fast Flow is the workhorse that gets it done. We're going to blow dry against the natural fall of your hair.
Okay.
So if this section falls this way, we're going to blow dry it this way, and then that one goes this way. Focusing at the root, because the ends will just dry naturally, but the root is the foundation of your hairstyle. So if you're building a house, if your foundation isn't firm, then it doesn't matter what you build on top of it,
Right.
It's just going to collapse.
And you want the body up there anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
So we really focus on the root area, and the ends will dry by themselves with the residual air.
Okay.
Okay, so now we've got a rough dry. We're pretty dry up here. We're going to go through. I'm taking that same U-shaped section that I took to do the just partial layering, and I'm going to start in the back of it. Flip this up. I'm going to take this section, use my Palmagel XL round brush. I'm going to over direct the hair past the section parting and blow dry with my round brush, and then I'll unwrap it and clip it to cool so I get maximum volume. Yeah, hit it with a cold shot to set it a little. I'm going to unwrap, wrap it up again in my invisible roller around my hand. And then clip and let it set. And then I'm going to move forward and do probably 2 or 3 more sections, all going back away from the face, over directed past the section to give her amazing body. I'm going to finish the job. So we're turning our round brush as we dry. Create that little wave in there. We're going to dry all the hair, which is easy because it's already mostly dry. We're heating it up so that it can accept the style. We're going to round brush all in the same direction towards the face while twisting, and then let it set. And that's going to give us those nice soft waves without being too crisp. It's going to feel really organic. Alright, so we'll just kind of run our fingers through just to expand those. Just real soft, organic waves.
Yeah.
Looks like you, yeah.
I woke up like that.
Yeah, you just woke up like this.